What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as we all know, Karl-Anthony Towns was traded to the New York Knicks over the weekend in a very surprising move. We already went ahead and did the Timberwolves side of things, so now we are back today here on Monday to do the Knicks side of things. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this Karl-Anthony Towns New York Knicks rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. Also hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, but like I said, we are back here on the good old grind. We got the New York Knicks in front of us who made a massive move, and obviously we're 48 hours to whatever hours away from the trade. And my first initial thoughts is I didn't really like it for either team. I like it for the Knicks a lot still. I think I've come to that conclusion. And for the Timberwolves, I do get it. It gives them some flexibility going forward, especially keeping guys like Nas Reed and whatever else they do, because Cat's contract was ginormous. So yeah, it makes sense in that aspect, but I do believe they got a little worse still. But we'll see what happens, man. At the end of the day, it's all about how these players play together and all that. So we take a look at the Knicks roster, and I will say they have a lot of different things they could do with their starting five, with their lineup. It does sound like Mitch Robinson won't be available right away, but I could definitely see a world where they still start Cat the 4, and then maybe have Robinson start the 5. They could either start Cat at the 5 and have Josh Hart, Mikal, OG all in there together. So like, there's a lot of different ways they can go about this. Obviously, Brunson and Cat will be starters, no doubt. I assume Mikal and OG will stay starters. And then I guess if in any case where like they did start Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns, I assume that maybe means Josh Hart comes off the bench. Potentially. I don't know. But regardless, they got rid of Donte DiVincenzo, one of the Villanova connections. And here is exactly what I think the starting five will look like to start the season. So it's Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG, and Karl-Anthony Towns. And with Mitch Robinson, when he's healthy, as the backup center, you have Precious Achiuwa as well, Miles McBride, and Cameron Payne. So that is kind of your roster right now. I know they also cut Chuma Okeke, I believe, and Marcus Morris, but for whatever reason, 2K still has them on the roster. So that's a little annoying, but it is what it is in that aspect. They're not in the rotation, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go ahead, as usual, simulate year one without me touching anything. We want to see what 2K thinks of this roster straight up. I want to see how this roster does now that they've made this move for Karl-Anthony Towns, and then I'll add where I can. Potentially, this team wins a championship in year one, and they're damn good, and I don't really have to do much in this video. But we'll see. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Let's simulate year number one, shall we? And let's see how this Knicks roster does now that Karl-Anthony Towns has been brought in place of DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. Today's video is brought to you by two softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting on Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. So I will be honest with you, there's not a lot of good value on the board at the moment. I mean, the NFL weekend just ended, college football just ended. So obviously when the NBA comes back, a lot of value will be here because, NBA is on every day. Baseball is about to get into their playoffs as well. So yeah, obviously that is to be expected. But we take a look at maybe some of the other DFS apps to see. So I guess we got some esports value over on Underdog. So over 2.5 compared to 3.5. So there's a discrepancy there. Let's see if OddsJam has anything. So we got some soccer value on the board, it looks like at the moment. We got first quarter money line on the Seattle Seahawks at plus 150. The reason why we like this is because you're getting the best possible price on this. As you can see, it wouldn't make any sense to bet this on FanDuel at plus 124 and get this on DraftKings at plus 150. That's just clear value to absolutely take. Again, value is kind of dry at this point, so not a lot of things you could truly do. I guess you got this soccer play, Real Madrid over 3.5 team total. So again, plus 215. It wouldn't make any sense to go bet this out. Like bet MGM at plus 160. And last but certainly not least, Prize Picks. Make sure to check them out as well. They match first positive dollar for dollar up to $100. Make sure you code Crushables on all these links. Using code Crushables on DGF and OddsJam, they give you a percentage off your first month. And on Prize Picks, they match first positive dollar for dollar up to $100. Fortunately, like I said, value is a little dry. Other than that, go ahead, get back to rebuilding the New York Knicks. So at the end of year number one, Luka Doncic is your MVP for the Mavericks. Zachary Ricochet is your Rookie of the Year. Amin Thompson, sixth man. Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Amin Thompson, also Most Improved. And Trae Young's your Clutch Player. And Jason Kidd is your Coach of the Year. And Jordan Hobson is your Executive. So here's your all-NBA first team. Got Luka, Giannis, Jokic. Let's see if Brunson makes one of these. And he does not. Wow. Unfortunately, we don't see Brunson on here. But we're probably not going to have anybody on all-defensive team either, obviously. I guess OG and Raquel could technically be on here. I don't know why I just brushed it off like they couldn't make it. But, and then we don't even see all rookies for whatever reason. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the playoffs. So we end up as the second seed in the East, behind Boston Celtics, which is the team, obviously, that's the team we need to take down. So 49-33. We take a look at the player stats to kind of see how that went. So yeah, 20.5 from Brunson with 6 assists, 20 from Karl-Anthony Towns, 18 from Mikal, 12 from OG, and then 9 and 12 from Josh Hart. Just absolutely insane how much this man grabs boards at 6'4". 8 points from Cameron Payne, 8 from Precious Achua, 6 from Miles McBride, and 5 and 7 from Mitch Robinson. So let's go ahead and somebody come around against Orlando. Obviously, Orlando is a young up-and-coming team. They added KCP in the offseason, so giving them a little bit more floor spacing. I still would have liked to have seen the Magic go after a perimeter creator. They didn't really do that. So let's see if we can beat them in round 1 and not get bounced in round 1. That'd obviously be very embarrassing, and we beat them in 5. So that's a great way to take care of business. Now we get the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is a team that the Knicks have faced a couple times now in the playoffs, and obviously they've come out on top. So let's go ahead. I guess it's only been one time, right? So Brunson, Mikal, Josh Hart. So everything looks the same here. So let's go ahead and somebody come around against the Cavs, and we are going to go up 4-0 and sweep them. Now it's time to figure out. All right, so this is the team, obviously, that Boston's the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. They just won the championship. They were so much better than everybody last year, and now we get to play them here to kind of see where we're at. We get to gauge where this team is at compared to the Celtics, so this should be a ton of fun. So game 1 goes to us, okay. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3, they might even it up here. And no, we're up 3-1, and 2K... just like that, has us way better than the Boston Celtics because we just beat them in 5 games. And it would be cool. I think what this happened in the last video as well, if we get Minnesota here, and it is going to be the Timberwolves. So Timberwolves and Knicks in the finals once again. I'm pretty sure this is how Saturday's video went as well. And for whatever reason, I cannot remember if we won a championship right away or not. But we'll see what happens. So, of course, Minnesota with Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. So Knicks, Timberwolves. 2K loves these two teams now that they've made these moves, I guess. So here we go. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to them. And we are not ready to win a championship, it looks like, over the Timberwolves, unfortunately. Unless if we come back from a 3-0 deficit, which is something that happens in 2K sometimes. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. But it looks like the Timberwolves are going to take care of business here. So they are going to beat us. Timberwolves go on to win it all. Randall is your finals MVP. That's actually a huge, statement for Randall right there after we just, obviously the Knicks moved him. He shot 42% from 3 in the finals. So, yeah, Randall was incredible for them. I guess shout out to Julius Randle for the Timberwolves. Conley is going to retire on a ring, so shout out to him as well. But all right, let's get into the lottery and let's figure out what we're going to do next. So, of course, we traded the Detroit pick. I believe we still have a Mavericks pick, if I'm not mistaken. So we got the Nets have our pick, obviously, from the Mikal trade. And we have the 29th pick via the Dallas Mavericks. So we do have Tom Thibodeau still as the head coach. That's not going to change. Steph looks great to me right now. So I guess we're going to jump into the draft and see if we can get at 29. Obviously, we could try to make a move here, but there's no clear guy that I would trade. I want to keep Deuce McBride around. Kolek, obviously, is someone who might be developing in the background. Become Dadier as well. But let's just go straight into the draft and see if we can get a steal, maybe someone who could play right away. I don't know. So we got Alex, got JT Toppin, we got Hunter Dickinson. I don't know much about these guys. And this guy out of Kansas? Yes, he is. I was going to say I recognize this name for some reason, but I don't think he's going to be anything crazy. So Kwame Evans we got in the Wolves video, and he ended up being pretty good. But to not do the same thing, let's take Ben Seraph, I guess. His ceiling's an all-star. Out of Israel. Don't know much about him, but I'll go ahead and take him. And he's 6'6", so we'll bring him into the Knicks. We have a late second. I'll go ahead and take Florin here with this one out of Kansas, and that will be our draft. So Ace Bailey goes to Portland, and Cooper Flag goes to Utah. So I guess Portland decides to pass on Cooper Flag and takes Ace Bailey instead. All right, so Ben, Seraph, and Florin, welcome. Player options, nothing going on here. And then offers Huck Porty. I don't know much about him, but he is a free agent. Okay. So for free agency, we have Achua, who's a free agent. We have Jericho Sims. We have Chuma Okeke. Again, they already waived Chuma Okeke. I doubt we have much money to use. So Alvarado just got an extension from New Orleans, but he'd be a pretty nice get. We do have Deuce McBride right now, though, so I'm probably okay with not going after him. So if we kept things the same right now, it's Brunson, Miles McBride, Ben Seraph, who will not be able to play this year, but maybe in the future. And we have our backup center, Mitch Robinson, still. So Mitch Robinson, Karl-Anthony Towns. We got, Miles McBride. So we're basically looking for backup wings. So shooting guard, small forward, and power forward is what we're looking after. So Levert doesn't sound too bad to get off the bench, or like a Luke Kennard or something like that doesn't sound too bad. We got Torian Prince. We got Matisse Thybulle. We got Achua, who we can bring back. It might be in our best interest just to bring back Achua, probably. So I will resign Achua to come back. And then Levert sounds pretty decent to have off the bench as well. So Levert and Achua would be a pretty nice offseason, I think. Or I guess, Achua is not really an addition. He's just someone we're bringing back. So we'll take that. Gary Harris, maybe we can get away with playing him at small forward or something, although he's a little small. But Gary Payton and then Torrey Craig, we can give like a minimum deal to as well or something like that. So not a crazy offseason by any means, but obviously when you're this Knicks roster, you don't have a lot of money to work with. So, okay, I'm content with that. So let's go to player progression and let's see if anybody's, moving up or whatever. So we do have OG up to an 85, so that's nice. We got Achua up. Ooh, Kolik went up to a 75, so that becomes interesting because he continues to develop. That maybe makes Miles McBride a little bit more expendable, although like he's not making a crazy amount of money, so it's not going to be able to do anything too crazy with him. But still, definitely something to keep in mind. Gary Harris did regress pretty badly, so he probably won't be that important in this video. But we're going to year 2 with little to no changes because we just made it to the finals, man. I mean, there's really nothing too crazy we should do. We just made it to the finals. We want to just basically run it back and hope that maybe we get different results this time around. But if there is a move to be made, I will of course strike at it. We just gotta really be patient and kind of see what happens. Maybe we stop at the deadline to check things out. That's kind of where I'm gonna take this going forward. So once 2K allows us to get in the season, we're gonna look at the rotation again. I believe I like the Levert edition, and then take a look at the proficiency. So it's 4-star defense. Can we be a 4.5 anywhere? No. So I guess I will leave it at defense because that seems to be whatever best system. So we'll run with that. All right. So Coach gameplay. It's Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal, OG, Cat, Mitch Robinson, Karis Levert, Achua, and Miles McBride. So that is our rotation right now. Tyler Kolek, again, might be able to take over eventually. I guess if there was anybody I would move, I really like the starting 5 though, not gonna lie. If there was anybody I would move, I guess it'd be Deuce McBride, just simply because of Kolek's, development. But it's not like a necessary that we have to do. So I guess I'll just kind of see how the rotation or how the season's going. And if we feel the need to make a trade, I'll start with the deadline to show you guys what we're doing. So another MVP award for Luka Doncic. Cooper Flag is your rookie of the year, only averaging 11 points over on the Jazz. And his efficiency was not great at all. So that's interesting to see. DiVincenzo is your 6th man in Minnesota. Wembanyama defensive player. Alexander Starr is most improved. And Stephen Curry clutch player. And Chris Finch is your coach of the year, along with Nathan Mack as well. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So we do get Jalen Brunson making it this time. I'm pretty sure I didn't see him last year. Like, am I just mistaken last year? Did I just simply not see his name, or was he actually on there and I'm just dumb? Like, that's definitely possible. I wouldn't rule that out. But oh, there it is. So he didn't make it last year for 2020 or All-Star, but not All-NBA team, unfortunately. So he does make it this year though, which is nice. All defensive first team and all defensive second team, and then here's all rookies. Obviously our rookie didn't play, but we ended up as the first team in the East, and Boston isn't even anywhere to be found. Although we might see them in the round one, which would be interesting. Although we did just beat them in 5 last year. So Brunson 31, 19 from Mikal, 18 from Cat, 12 from OG, 11 from Levert, 7.5 and 10 from Josh Hart, 6 and 6 from Achua, and then 4 and 7.5 from Mitchell Robinson. So I decided not to make any moves because, as you can see, the team was good. So I just felt like let's just run it back again. And again, we are one of those teams that's probably like right against the second apron and all that. So it's not like the Knicks have a lot of flexibility anyway as it is. As you can see, our team salary total is $220 million. So like there's little to no wiggle room. This is kind of the roster the Knicks have. They went all in on this, and I'm just trying to make it work as best as I can, hopefully. But here goes nothing. So we get either, let's see what we get. So it is going to be potentially Boston in round 1. And it's going to be Cleveland or Boston. And it is going to be Cleveland. So we beat them pretty easily last year as well. Doesn't mean that will be the case this year. They still have Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Allen, Mobley. So still a damn good team. Make around against Cleveland. And again, they were no contest. We beat them in 4. But now we get to play the Pacers, who obviously the Knicks probably want to get some sweet revenge on. The Pacers beat this team after the Knicks had some injuries. But they have Wiseman as their starting 5, so it looks like they lost Miles Turner, which is interesting. So he left in free agency. Makes them a little bit weaker, but they still have Siakam, Mathurin, Nembhard, Halliburton. So still good, still a damn good team in Indiana. Halliburton's still a stud, of course, so we'll see how this goes. They'll make around against the Pacers to hopefully get some revenge here, and we are going to be in an even series. So let's go see if we can win this game 5 by simcasting. This one is going to be Madison Square Garden. They start off really hot in the first quarter. We got to get back in the game. It looks like we're going to get back in it, and we are going to beat them in game 5. So that was massive. It looked like from the first quarter we were going to lose, but thankfully in the third and the fourth we cut it pretty easily. Now it's time to see if we can beat them in 6 and not sweat a game 7. Let's come to Indiana and just smoke them. That would be the best case scenario. That way we make it back to to the conference finals, and it's looking like that will be the case, and we are going to the conference finals again. 41 from Brunson. Now we either get Chicago or Detroit. It is going to be Chicago. So Chicago beats Detroit. You got OKC and Dallas on the other side, so no Minnesota to deal with this time around. All right, so Chicago, they have Kobe White, DeSumo, Bazale. I mean, all respect to Chicago for making it this far, but there is no reason, to me, in my opinion, we should lose to this team. I'm just saying, but sometimes, I don't know. As I say that, we're down 2-0. Can we please win the next two? I don't know how we're losing to the Chicago team. This Chicago team should not be a finals team. I mean, Kobe White must just be absolutely him right now. I don't know what's going on there, but they got Duren. I mean, this is not a finals team. And the fact that we're down 3-1 to them is a joke. I'm not going to lie. I thought, okay, we got another ticket to the finals. This should be easy. But no, the Bulls are up 3-1 on us right now. So we're going to simcast the rest and see if we can come back on this Bulls team. So we are going to beat them here, 52 from Brunson. As long as we force a game 7, we should be chilling, but that is a big if. So let's see if we can come out here and force a game 7 back to Madison Square Garden. We have the lead right now, but it is a somewhat close game. They are going to take it back. Please go to the game 7, please. Oh my gosh, this is so close. 106 to 107. This is just to force a game 7. Again, I feel like the Chicago team should not even be here, but here we are. So let's watch this play out. So we got the ball with 106 to 107, a minute 23 on the clock. And we shall see how this ends up going. So can we even get the ball in? We do. Brunson, we have Kobe White guarding him. Brunson's going to take it to the paint, and he's going to shoot it over Kobe White, and he's going to miss. So not a great possession there. Kobe White plays some good defense. Kobe White looks so much taller than Brunson here. It's kind of crazy. So Kobe White's going to do the same thing to Brunson, but this time he's going to score. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I'm just going to say it. If we lose the Chicago team, this is embarrassing. I'll just say that right now. The Karl-Anthony Towns going to give Brunson a screen. Brunson 3 to tie the game. He's going to splash it. Thank you, Brunson. Thank you for that. Okay. So we needed that in the worst way possible. So let's see if we can come out here and get a stop. So Kobe White's going to have the ball. He's going to just challenge Brunson again, I imagine. Brunson's there this time. Someone bring the help D. Now he's going to pass it out to Bazale. Back to Vucevic. Vucevic is going to try to get it. No, back to Bazale. Back to Patrick Williams. Back to Duren. Duren is Patrick Williams 3. Nice closeout, and he splashes it anyway. Oh, God. All right, 109 to 112. That was a massive 3 by Patrick Williams. All right. Well, let's see if we can do something here. So Karl-Anthony Towns is going to give Josh Hart a screen. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was an illegal screen. I'm like, okay, this game's over. We call it timeout. So we have to hit a 3 to tie this game, probably. I mean, we could technically go for 2, but going for the tie is probably the best thing to do right now. So Brunson is going to get the ball, I assume, here in a second. And can we get... Oh, we're going to give it to... Okay. All right. Why are we shooting that? Why are we shooting that? I don't understand. Freaking team right now. How do we lose to Chicago? Of all teams in the East that we could have lost to, you choose to lose to this team. I'm disappointed, man. This Chicago team is not a final squad. I don't care. They almost turned it over. We're going to foul Patrick Williams. He's going to the line. I mean, as long as he makes one, this game is probably more than over. So he's going to make the first one. I'm so mad right now, man. We should not have lost to this team. This should have been an easy dub. Look at this Bulls roster. There's nothing to me that convinces me that they should have beat us. Brunson has just been taking stupid shots. He's going to make that one, I guess. 111, 114. Maybe get them to inbound it to someone terrible at the... I mean, I don't really know if there's anybody that's bad at free throws out here. I mean, Bazale, maybe he'd be the one, but, I mean, he's all the way down at the other end, so that's not going to happen. So just assume at the free throw line. He's going to make the first one just barely. All right, so let's see if he makes the second one. He's going to miss the second one. Okay, that gives us a little bit of a window, maybe. We got to hit a 3 here, though. Josh Hart, 3. Josh Hart, can you do it? Nope, that's game. All right, guys. Well, let's go to the offseason. I cannot believe we lost to the Chicago team. That is embarrassing. And the Mavericks went on to defeat the Chicago Bulls in 4 games. Just embarrassing, man. We should not have lost to the Chicago team. We have so much better players. It's not even funny. Yeah, I mean, if you go all in and lose to that, that's not good at all. So let's go to the lottery, and let's make one last final adjustment to see if we can push this team over the top to finally get the Knicks a championship. So we do have a pick in this draft, so that's, you know, something to keep in mind. Again, we don't have a lot of flexibility, being over the second apron and all that, so we don't have a lot we can do. But there is some things like Deuce McBride, I think, becomes expendable at this point, and we have Levert. But again, I think because of the fact we're over the second apron, you can't combine salaries. Again, I wish 2K would have made an emphasis. I guess we're not over the second apron right now, which is kind of cool. So actually, I guess we can aggregate salaries because we're at 185. But again, I wish 2K would have, put in the new CBA rules. Maybe, it says like, hey, man, you're over the second apron. You can't do this. That would have been cool. But 2K obviously doesn't care about us. All right. So I will probably look to trade Levert, McBride, and a first and kind of see what that potentially gets me. Do this trade with the Portland Trailblazers. We're going to be sending Miles McBride, Karis LeVert, and the 26th overall pick for Aaron Wiggins and Toumani Camara. Sign me up for this. We get 2 really good wings. I like the idea of that. Kolek is going to be the new point guard, I think. So welcome to the New York Knicks. Aaron Wiggins specifically. Toumani Camara is a good throw-in as well, but he's only a 75, so I don't know how much he'll go up in overall. But we trade our late first in order to do that. That was just a move I felt like we needed to make. Pacome Dadier and Florin will accept their options and then qualifying offers. I do believe Mitchell Robinson's a free agent, which I do want to bring him back. So is Mikal. So let's just re-sign both of them. Obviously, there's no need to let them go. We're trying to make this our all-in championship season if possible. I feel like it should have been done last year, but what can you do? Who knows if we would have beat the Mavericks, though, to be fair. But, all right, so we got Brunson. Kolek will be the new point guard. It looks like we got this guy in the second round or something. So Van Seraph, I doubt he'll be ready to play this year, but if he is, that'd be cool. And then, all right, so I guess we move Aaron Wiggins to small forward, which is kind of what my goal was when I got him. So Camara would also go up, but I know Wiggins goes up, nicely to an 81. So we'll definitely take that. So it gives us a bench of Kolek. Seraph, he goes up, which would be nice if he did. Aaron Wiggins, Achua, and Mitchell Robinson. So that is our all-in move. Is it great? Again, no. We don't have a lot of room to work with. So I guess one thing we could do technically, but that would move, like, Josh Hart to the bench if we, we signed like Nick Richards, played Robinson, and then had like guys slide down. But I feel like the team has been good enough that I'm fine with just rolling with what we got. So let's just go to play progression and let's see if Kolek goes up like I think he will, and maybe our shooting guard goes up as well. So Kolek's up to a 78, and then Wiggins up to an 80, Robinson's up to an 81, and then Seraph is up to a 75. So that's nice at least. But we're gonna run it again here with kind of the same roster a little bit. But again, this team has already pretty much gone all in. So there's not like a whole lot I could have done in this video. But I'm hoping this is the year, and I might make this the final season, to be honest with you. Because, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can do. So hopefully this is the year we get it done, though, man. Like, this should be it. We should have had a chance last year doing this. But here goes nothing. Sim winning year number 3. And hopefully this time around, we come away with a championship. So at the end of this season, just really quickly I have to say before we go any further, Dikembe Mutombo apparently just passed away, so rest in peace. Only 58 years old, man. That's still somewhat young. Just passed away from cancer. Cancer sucks, as we all know. The rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. But other than that, all MVP goes to Wembanyama. AJ's your rookie of the year, so having those two as a pairing is nice. Kuzma's your 6-man. Wemby also a defensive player, so 3 of the 4 awards have gone to the Spurs so far. So shout out to the Spurs for that. And, oh, wow, they got another one. Greg Popovich, coach of the year at 64 and 18. So it looks like the Spurs have set themselves up to go, OG makes all defensive second team. So the reason why he's in 88 right now, because I moved him back to small forward. So I did decide to change the rotation. So I changed it up. We decided to go to Karl-Anthony Towns at the power forward. So I started Mitch Robinson this year. It seemed to have gone well. That's nice. So I'm hoping that changes things. So that gives us a little bit more defense in the starting 5. But 27 from Brunson, 20 from Cat, 17 from Mikal, 14 from OG. So Josh Hart becomes a 6-man again, which I think he thrives in that role just as well. He still is getting a ton of minutes, of course. But all right, we get Philadelphia in round 1. And as you can see, guys, Chicago is nowhere to be found this time around. So it just makes no sense why we lost to them. The Philadelphia is Paul George, Embiid, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Caleb Martin, Jared McCain, Bruce Brown, and Brandon Clark. So this is a damn good Philly team, of course. Hopefully we don't lose to them in round 1. We're down 3-2, and we got to win. So they want to give more minutes. I think they're going to start. No, they don't start Josh Hart. Okay, well, we got to win 2 straight. Let's see if we can do just that, because I don't want to lose to the 8th seed and go home in round 1. That's embarrassing, and I don't love when that happens to me. So we are going to win this one in Philly pretty easily. And now it's time to find out if we can do the same thing here in Game 7 at home to avoid being embarrassed by the 8th seed. It's looking okay right now as long as I don't blow the lead. This is a close game, so we are going to win and go to the second round. Okay, nice. Now we get Detroit. So Detroit Cade, Ivy, Asar, Stewart. Wiseman is back in Detroit, so shout out to Wiseman for going back, I guess. And then Marcus Sasser. Combined Stewart and Sasser. Trey Mann, Rocco, and Ron Holland. So, forgot they got Ron Holland. Somebody cut around against Detroit. Hopefully we beat them, and we're up 2-0. Can we go up 3-0? Nope. Can we go and win 3-1 to get back to the conference finals? That'd be beautiful stuff if we could do just that, and it's looking good right now. Can we? Nope, we're gonna let them even it up. Okay, let's simcast game 5, shall we? Let's see if we can come out here and take the 3-2 lead over the Pistons. It's gonna be a close game here. We are at home, but we're starting to blow them out, and we are going to take a nice lead here, 3-2. All right, game 6 in Detroit once again. We let them win last time in Detroit, so let's see if we can not let that happen this time around. It's a somewhat close game, but Detroit is going to force a game 7. Oh, no, they're not. Let's go. No game 7 to sweat, and now we get Indiana in the conference finals. We beat them earlier. They've added Jarris Walker as their center, which well, I guess they didn't add him. He's just been here, but him as their starting center doesn't make a lot of sense to me because what is he, like 6'8"? 6'7". So good luck with that. I mean, not that Cat, Mitch Robinson should eat somebody cut around against the Pacers. We got an even series. All right. Let's see if we can win game 5, shall we? This is going to be a close game. Indiana has a lead right now. And are we going to lose in the conference finals again? No, we came back. And please win this game. We barely win it. Okay. These have been too close for comfort. All right, let's see if we can win game 6 and not sweat a game 7 against Indiana. And if we get to the finals again, that'd be beautiful stuff. This time we get the Spurs, who are damn good. Close game here, though. Let's see. We're going to slow this bad boy down a little bit. Looks like Indiana is going to, in fact, force a game 7, unless if we crawl back into this. But nope, we're going to a game 7 back in Madison Square Garden. All right. Here goes nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7 in New York to get back to the finals. Can we do it is the question. Indiana's going to come out with a nice lead. Please get back in the game, New York. Please do not let this go. Okay, we have the lead right now. Oh, gosh. I don't like this. It's a very close game. All right, I need you guys to dig deep. I need the Knicks to win this. All right, we got the lead again. This is as close as it can be. I got to jump in and watch. I got to watch this. I got to watch this play out. 117 to 117 to get to the finals. We're going to watch another one here. All right, well, I'm either going to be in pain and misery or we're moving on. Let's see what happens. 2 minutes left in this game. It's a tie ball game. Indiana's about to get it. Siakam's got the ball. Achua's guarding him. OG comes in, and we're going to foul Pascal Siakam. He's going to the free throw line. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see what happens. Siakam is going to miss the first one. That looked pretty bad when he released it. So let's see if he can miss the second one. Miss 2 in a row. And, oh, boy, we almost got lucky. He almost missed the second one. Okay, so we're down 1 with 1:50 left of the clock. We got Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brunson is going to give it to a cutting Kamara. Back to Bridges. Brunson going to get a screen from, nope, 3, and he is going to miss it. Oh, gosh. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Pacers are going to have the ball. I just realized I don't have Halliburton on the floor, so I don't know if he fouled out, but, I mean, we got to win this. With no Hallie, man, come on, bro. Jarris Walker's, I mean, wide open. He's going to make it. Quentin Grimes, we're down 3. Just pain. Pain all around, but it's not over yet. Don't give up yet. All right. Brunson's going to have the ball. Nembhard. Brunson is going to make that one. Okay, it's a 1-point game. All right, Brunson, thank you for making that. Let's see if we can get a stop this time around. 120 to 119. I'm prepared for disappointment, not going to lie. Oh, my goodness, what a steal. Okay, come on, off and running. Nice steal from Mitch Robinson. Brunson's going to take this to paint, and he is going to miss it, but Camardi is there for the offensive rebound. OG3, please. Robinson, oh my goodness, Brunson, please, 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 please. Oh, my goodness, let's go. Offensive rebounds. That's what the Knicks have, did in the finals. I mean, or not the finals, against the, what was it, the 76ers. There's just so many offensive boards. Lovely. We needed that in the worst way possible. Okay, love what we just did there. Siakam, gonna have the ball. We gotta get a stop here. Nembhard is kind of open. I don't like this. Oh, goodness. Siakam midi. Gonna miss it. We get the board. Okay. Let's go. Mikal is off and running with the ball. We got to score here. Mikel's just going to take him to the paint. He's going to make it. It is a 4-point game. Bro. I won't say anything just yet. Hold on. All right. So, Indiana is not going to call a timeout. They're just going to take it with, okay. Siakam is going to make that one. Okay, yeah, Mitch Robinson guarding him. That's fair. All right, so we get to play the free throw game now, I think. So we are going to give it to Mikal. Mikal is going to the line. So let's see if Mikal can knock these down to give us a 4-point lead again. Here goes nothing. So first free throw is in. Easy peasy. Make the second one. It's a 2-possession game still. And he's going to make the second one. Both went in. And Indiana's going to call a timeout. 122 to 126. This is sweaty, man. This is sweaty, but we get the Spurs awaiting us if we close this out. We got to get a stop here, though. So if we can get a stop, be beautiful stuff. Nembhard is going to be wide open for the inbound. Brunson guarding him. Nembhard is gas, and we are going to steal it again. Now, they do foul Mitch Robinson. So, Mitch Robinson, if you can make at least one, I'd be happy with that. He is going to miss the first one. Okay. Let's see if he makes the second one. He misses both. Okay. Yeah, that was to be expected. So, nice steal. I guess it wasted a little bit of time, but Siakam is going to have the ball. Gonna give it to Nesmith for 3. Nesmith misses, and that should be ball game. We are going to the NBA Finals again. We lost Chicago last year in the most disappointing fashion. Brunson's going to be the first one. That should be all she wrote. And he is going to make the second one. 122 to 128. Let's allow the Pacers to inbound it, but that should be all she wrote. Jarris Walker, deep 3, not going down. We're going to the NBA Finals. The Brunson is your Conference Finals MVP, while Wembanyama is your Conference Finals MVP in the West. All right, here we go. So Spurs, let's see what they're looking like. So we got Elliott. I don't know anything about him. Stephon Castle, AJ, Wembanyama, Capella, Vassell, Gafford, Malachi Branham, Keldon Johnson, and Tobias Harris. Now, respectfully, this is a damn good Spurs team. So I would not be shocked in the slightest if we lose this. But game 1 goes to us. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3 goes to them. Can we even it up? Nope, down 3-1. All right, well, we did all of this just to probably lose to the Spurs in the finals. We lost to the Timberwolves in the finals, and we should have beaten Chicago last year, and then who knows what we would have done against the Mavericks. But technically, this isn't over, but it is now. We're not going to walk away with the finals in this video, or championship, I should say. So 2 finals appearances, just to be disappointed both times. It is what it is, guys. I'm going to end it there on that note. That really sucks, really disappointed, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. It'll be fun to see what the Knicks look like going into this season. The NBA season's right around the corner. October starts tomorrow, so a lot to be excited about. But I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.